Classified briefing, the Grim Shadows Company document ID GSU-002. Clearance restricted. This briefing concerns the Grim Shadows Company, a classified force operating inside the Grim Shadows universe. This is not a standard army. This is not a mercenary band. This is a structured war machine built for command, discipline, secrecy, and controlled violence. Their loyalty is not to comfort, not to public approval, not to surface politics. Their loyalty is to the structure. The Grim Shadows Company exists to move where normal forces hesitate. They operate in places where law breaks down, where kingdoms lose control, and where threats become too dangerous for ordinary soldiers to contain. Their force identity is built on 3 pillars: command, capability, survival. Every rank has a purpose, every unit has a function, every soldier is expected to obey the mission before personal fear, pride, or mercy. Unauthorized access to this file is punishable by immediate termination. Proceed with caution. The Grim Shadows Company is classified as a sovereign paramilitary and intelligence force. They answer to no crown, no noble house, no registered government. Their headquarters is located somewhere in Arquest, but the exact site remains classified. Their utility is simple. When standard armies are too slow, too political, too visible, or too weak, the Grim Shadows Company is brought in. They specialize in high-value elimination, magical disruption, urban warfare, and full-spectrum intelligence. But their true strength is doctrine, absolute obedience. Loyalty belongs to the command structure alone. Betrayal is not debated, it is punished by execution. Their contracts leave no survivors unless ordered otherwise. That is why they are feared. That is why they are expensive. And according to current records, that is why they remain undefeated. The Grim Shadows Company does not operate through debate. It operates through structure. At the top are the Red Ghosts, hidden authorities with absolute oversight. Their power is rarely seen, but when they intervene, majority command can override any lower decision. Below them stands the Red Hand, Supreme Commander, final decision-maker. The hand that directs the entire company. Under the Red Hand is the Thumb, executive operations and field supreme authority. The Thumb enforces discipline, manages operational pressure, and ensures the structure does not bend under crisis. Then come the 4 Fingers, division commanders. Each one controls a major branch of the company's military, intelligence, magical, or infiltration capabilities. Beside them stands the Spectral Council, strategic advisors who study threats, analyze enemies, and guide long-term operations. At the base is the field layer. Infantry, infiltrators, mages, assassins, scouts, and operatives. Orders flow down, intelligence flows up, and violations are corrected without appeal. At the top of the Grim Shadows Company stand 2 figures whose names are spoken with caution. Starfaller, the Red Hand. Supreme Commander, former Black Raven. Former Night Stalker, a precision strategist with more than 500 successful operations and 0 tolerance for disobedience. Starfaller does not command through speeches, he commands through results. He wields the twin daggers Night Fang and Void Fang, and can summon shadow weapons when the field demands more blood than steel can provide. Beside him stands Rake, the Thumb, Executive Operations Officer, Field Executioner, Operational Supreme. If Starfaller is the final command, Rake is the punishment that makes the command real. He evaluates loyalty, he punishes failure, he executes squad leaders in the field without hesitation when discipline breaks. His weapons are twin-hook black flame blades, backed by void thread armor and a reputation that needs no insignia. Together they are control and enforcement, the order and the consequence. The Red Hand points. The Thumb closes. Beneath the Red Hand and the Thumb stand the 4 Fingers. Each finger commands a division of the Grim Shadows Company. Each one is a specialist in a different kind of war. Finger 1, Selthis Ironfist, commander of the Bloodhunters, half-orc, siege-minded, built for brute force, shield walls, and direct battlefield pressure. His signature threat is the broad axe and shield wall. When Selthis moves, the enemy line breaks. Finger 2, Vela Thornheart, commander of Red Rain, Wood Elf. Cold, precise, and detached, Her doctrine is ranged control, tactical lenses, poison rings, commandeers, and disciplined kill zones. Her enemies often die before they know she has marked them. Finger 3, Frostkiss. Winterbane, commander of the Witchblades, race unknown, human-like in form. Their doctrine is arcane dominance and severe control. Frost magic. Soul shards. Battlefield suppression. Frostkiss does not simply defeat enemies. They lock them down and strip away options. Finger 4, Gavrik Blackblade, commander of the Black Ravens, human. Master of covert subversion and silent kills. His signature threat is the silence field and twin katanas. When Gavrik enters a target zone, alarms fail, witnesses vanish, and leadership dies without warning. The four fingers are not equals in temperament, but they are equal in function. They are the hand of the company closing around the throat of the enemy. The Spectral Council does not command armies directly. They control the systems that make armies lethal. These are the specialists behind the Grim Shadows Company's reach: doctrine, intelligence, alchemy, containment, and battlefield corruption. First is Thorn Blackflame, former Witchblade commander, Dark Elf, master of arcane doctrine, void disruption, blood sigil warfare, and artifact containment. Thorn controls the Veilheart Gateway prison, making him a moderate risk on paper but a severe danger in practice. Then there is Ratcatcher, Spymaster, identity redacted. Ratcatcher manages the company's intelligence network through wiremouths, street informants, embedded double agents, and shadow tongues. Every city map, every hidden passage, every forgotten route can be recalled and weaponized. And then comes Daresh Bloodsworn, Fellborn, strategic asset, logistics and alchemy specialist, immune to fire, overseer of the Crimson Flask, the company's battlefield chemical weapons division. Toxins, hallucinogens, dream smoke, siege bile. The Spectral Council does not need to stand on the front line. By the time the battle begins, they may have already poisoned the water, broken the gates, mapped the enemy command, and turned fear into a weapon. Not every asset in the Grim Shadows Company leads armies. Some are built for precision. Some are built to enter a room, remove one target, and leave nothing behind. Lyra Shadowstep is a close target neutralization and interrogation specialist. Half-elf, silent operator. Her presence increases mission success by 39%, not through brute force, but through controlled elimination. She carries dual daggers named Hush and Whisper, both coated in null venom, a substance designed to induce magical silence and prevent enemy spell response. Her tactics include memory latch needles, no scent, no trail, only burned skin and missing truth. Beside her stands Seren Nightwhisper, human by classification but marked by cursed witch heritage. Violet eyes, dormant ancestral magic. No external ties, her role is arcane field support, espionage and combat recovery. She binds enemies, counters hexes, and performs high-casualty triage when the field collapses. Lyra ends threats up close. Seren keeps the mission alive after the damage begins. Together, they are quiet entry and controlled survival. The Grim Shadows Company is not a single kind of army. It is modular, interdependent, built to remove tactical gaps before the enemy can exploit them. Each division controls a different battlefield function. The Witchblades occupy the covert and arcane quadrant. They are infiltration mages, curse breakers, spell assassins, and magical disruption units. When enemy defenses rely on wards, rituals, or sorcerers, the Witchblades go in first. The Black Ravens hold the covert and physical quadrant. Silent movement, urban entry, sabotage. Assassination. Intelligence extraction. They remove leadership before the battlefield knows a war has started. The Red Rain controls the overt and arcane field, magical bombardment, ranged suppression, curse volleys, and battlefield denial. They turn enemy positions into kill zones. The Bloodhunters and Broken Shields hold the overt and physical line, heavy infantry, shield pressure, siege logic, breach control. They are the force used when subtlety is no longer required. Together, these divisions form one war system: stealth, magic, siege, steel. The Grim Shadows Company is designed to end wars before they begin. The Broken Shields, Commanded by Marek Ironshield, this division is known as the Last Wall, deployed only when the mission requires soldiers who do not retreat. They act as the reserve force of the Grim Shadows. The Bloodhunters are the main fighting arm of the Grim Shadows Private Military Company, PMC. Their structure is built around 3 battlefield roles. First, the Iron Fangs, shield walls, mass formations, carbosteel spears, tower shields, full body plate. They lock the field down and force the enemy to break against them. Second, the Crimson Hounds. Fast attack skirmishers and pursuit units, dual curved blades, medium mail, built for speed, pressure, and relentless chase. Run if you want. It will not help. Third, the Bone Crushers, shock assault and breach specialists, war mauls, flash charge spikes, chem-enhanced rage. They are sent where doors, walls, and enemy bodies need to stop existing. The Bloodhunters are not subtle. They are not clean. They are the answer when the company needs weight, steel, and bodies willing to hold the line until the mission is finished. Red Rain does not fight like ordinary archers. They escalate. Their battlefield doctrine moves in stages, from silent removal to full structural collapse. First come the Shadow Stalkers, silent arrows, forest killers. No footsteps, no breath, no witness. They are used for patrol removal, sentry kills, and deep cover hunting before the enemy knows the company has entered the field. Then come the Ember Arrows, siege ignition specialists, anti-magical firebombing units. Their purpose is not to start fires. It is to erase castles, burn fortified positions, and destroy magical defenses before the main assault begins. At the highest level are the Stormbolts, alchemical crossbow units armed with lightning, acid, frost, and smoke. Their mission is not simple killing. Their mission is disablement. They target commanders, monsters, mages, and divine assets. Red Rain does not aim for the body first. They aim for the thing that makes the enemy dangerous. Then they remove it. The Witchblades are the magical warfare branch of the Grim Shadows Company. They do not serve as scholars. They serve as weapons. Their first formation is Grey Balance, elemental battle mages trained in fire, ice, earth, and lightning. They reshape terrain, break formations, and combine attacks so the enemy cannot adapt. Then come the Hexbringers, psychological warfare specialists. They deploy chain hexes, veil fire, memory rewriting, and sanity disruption. Their goal is not only to kill the enemy. Their goal is to make the enemy stop trusting reality. Above them sits the Black Flame Circle, forbidden void and blood magic. Reality collapse. Annihilation spells, last resort weapons used only when the company accepts that containment has failed. And then there are the Crows, arcane aerial insertion platforms, rune-linked carpets piloted by combat sorcerers for silent drops across impossible terrain. The Witchblades do not simply cast spells, they alter the battlefield. They break certainty. And when ordered, they make reality itself turn against the target. The Black Ravens do not begin with the kill. They begin with access. The first layer is the Ghostwalkers, deep cover spies, double agents, decades-long embeds. They use illusion, disguise, dream seeding, and social infiltration to become part of the enemy's world before the enemy knows a war has started. They do not enter as invaders. They enter as servants, advisors, merchants, lovers, guards, and friends. The second layer is the Night Stalkers, silent reconnaissance, urban traversal, patience-driven killing. They move through rooftops, alleys, tunnels, and locked rooms, removing guards with poison, garrotes, and blades before the target ever feels surrounded. Then come the Crimson Blades, close-quarter termination specialists, dual-blade fighters trained for multidiscipline combat, fast, brutal, and silent. By the time the Crimson Blades arrive, the target's maps are compromised, the guards are dead, the exits are watched, and the room has already become a grave. Ghostwalkers open the door, Night Stalkers clear the path, Crimson Blades finish the sentence. The headquarters of the Grim Shadows Company is not marked on any public map. It is called the Grave. Its known location is the Northern Quarter graveyard beneath the surface. Access requires a biometric sigil. Without clearance, the site is not a fortress, it is a trap. The first approach is called the Long March. a steep, fortified steel choke point designed to slow attackers, expose formations, and turn every step into a kill corridor. At the center waits the central war hall, also known as the Hand. A five-fingered command table directs operations, deployments, intelligence flow, and division-level strategy. This is where contracts become campaigns. This is where targets become corpses. Below the command level sits the Red Fountain, a pre-reckoning arcane system that grants visions and magical resistance to trained mages. To non-mages, it is fatal. The complex also contains black cells, void steel-lined containment chambers for magical prisoners, unstable assets, and things too dangerous to kill without preparation. Near the vault wing sits the Bloodbound Vault, a sealed relic chamber requiring dual blood signature access. Defenses include arcane illusions, kill gates, ley line interference, and layered internal traps. This is not only a headquarters, it is a buried command engine, and anything entering without permission is already inside the company's killing ground. Above the Red Hand, above the Thumb, above every commander in the Grim Shadows company, there are the Red Ghosts. Their identities are unknown, their masks are never removed, their number is always 9. They are the true ultimate authority of the Grim Shadows structure. They rule without appeal, without debate, and without delay. When the Red Ghosts give an order, the company moves. When they mark a target, no border, throne, army, temple, or bloodline can protect it. Records claim they have destroyed entire nations to acquire objectives. Not to conquer, not to rule, to complete a mission. Even the Red Hand kneels when summoned. That is the scale of their authority. Most soldiers never see them. Most commanders never speak to them. But every operative knows the warning. When a red ghost appears in the grave, every shadow grows still, because the structure is no longer advising. It is judging. The Grim Shadows company does not serve gods. It does not serve kings. It does not serve noble houses, public virtue, or battlefield glory. It serves the contract. When kingdoms fail, when armies hesitate, when priests pray and commanders argue, the Grim Shadows company moves. They do not fight for ideals. They solve problems permanently. Their loyalty is purchased in coin, sealed in blood, and enforced through command structure. Once hired, they do not ask if the mission is righteous. They ask where the target is. They are blades hired in shadow, a force built from assassins, mages, spies, siege soldiers, infiltrators, and executioners. They are expensive. They are feared. And in current records, they do not fail. When the world needs them, it pays. And once the contract is accepted, the shadows begin to move.